Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Lasham Daily Briefing for Monday, the 7th of April 2025. So we'll start off as usual with the synoptic. I just wanted to cover this is the second half of yesterday. We're under this ridge of high pressure that's centered out just off the Denmark, I suppose, the Norway area. And it has been influencing the weather for the last 2 or 3 days and will continue to influence the weather for the rest of the week. And I'll go on to that here shortly. It's just as well it is here, really, because this low pressure out in the Atlantic is winding itself up into one heck of a frenzy and is getting closer and closer. But actually, if I run this through, what I want you to pay attention to this cold front here, which is fairly active. If I run that through to midnight last night, it's fragmenting, falling apart. And if I run that through to midday today, it's pretty well disappeared from our perspective. So today then, nice really high pressure, going to leave us in a east-northeasterly flow. Surprisingly, the flow is going to be quite strong actually on the surface, but it's reducing with height, which is not always the common case. I'll just quickly run this through the next 2 or 3 days. So this is Tuesday, that high pressure's there, Wednesday, high pressure there, Thursday. So literally all week pretty well, we're going to have lovely blue sky. So here's the cloud radar, and you can see it's nice and clear above us. This is that cold front that's basically falling apart. Well, it's the leading edge of that cold front, but it's not going to hit us. So thankfully, we're going to be pretty good with that. As a result, no rain here at all. A few spatterings of rain over Northern Ireland, but certainly nothing over where we are now. And the Met Office predicted rain forecast shows nothing all day. I could just run this through and it's going to be pretty well clear. I don't really need to go any further. Okay, so the TAF then from Odium is giving 0607 knots, cab OK, temporarily between 8 o'clock and 9 o'clock UTC, broken at 300. So I'm actually at home at the moment, but we'll see what that mist was like. And if I go through to the Farnborough, they're saying a 050, 4 knots, all the nines, broken at 600, becoming between 7 o'clock and 9 o'clock today, Cav OK. So they're predicting the mist is going to be clearing by 9 o'clock local. Spot winds are giving us about 100 degrees, 10 knots, 080 further down. But notice the wind speed is decreasing up to 5 and 10,000 feet in both cases. So windy is giving us throughout the day pretty well a 7 knots east-northeasterly flow. Local forecast, nice sun, clear all day. Max temperature today around about 15, feeling more like 13, so it's not going to be too bad. Wind from east-northeast pretty well throughout the day. Notice though, it's indicating some gusts on the surface, possibly up to 21 knots this morning and decreasing this afternoon. Visibility, very good. GFS is giving us a max temperature today of only 14 degrees with a dew point down at about 2. This is a view outside the window at just gone 8 this morning, showing the mist. And if I show that through now, you see the mist has cleared nicely. Excellent. And the local forecast temperature at the moment, 5.5 degrees, dew point down at 3. There might be a little bit of lag in that because that's saying we've still got a little bit of cloud, but obviously it's clear outside the window at the moment. And northeasterly wind around about 9 knots throughout the day. All right, so if I run through the predicted thermals for top meteo, this is at 10 o'clock local. If we run this through, you can see that they're predicting blue thermals today to around about 3,000 feet by midday. And if we run it a bit further, you might even get to around about 4,000 foot by 3 o'clock local, but it's going to be pretty well blue throughout the day. SkySight is concurs with that. Blue thermals pretty well today, reaching to around about 3,900 feet. Later on today, 3 knot thermals. And the winds 5 knots from east-northeasterly direction. Gusts is only 10 knots, it's saying here, not like the local forecast is saying. And interestingly, which is most unusual, I have to say, the wind with height is decreasing significantly. later on as the day goes by. And here's a sky sight cross section that's indicating thermals from around about 10:30, 11 o'clock onwards, peaking at around about 3 knots in sort of like 2 or 3 o'clock today to just over 4,000 feet actually. Okay, and NOTAMs, only a few NOTAMs locally to consider. 15 is live firing at Barton Stacey, surface to 1,600 feet. 16 is flare firing by parachute, surface to 1,500 feet, down at Camberley Way. And I'll confirm that. 19, sorry, is flare flying at Camberley. So if you look at 16, that is actually at, make sure I get it correct for you, at Waverley, not Camberley. I apologise for that. So let's look at operationally for today then. I couldn't get the Odium cross section, so we're going straight on to the fact that no reported movements today thus far. We've got east-northeasterly winds, likely blue all day, thermic from 1 till 5, 11 o'clock till 5, and possibly get to 4,000 feet. Okay, going to be no top cover or anything like that, so please be careful with the sun today. Make sure you've got suitable sun cream and hats as required. Wind 10 knots on the ground, possible gusts of 20 knots it's saying, so be careful with the canopies please, and the grass and the airfield drying out nicely. We have 2 K21s on the 5-day course. K21 booked with an instructor and the students all day. K21 booked by club members. K13 booked by club members this afternoon. So that leaves a K13 available for the casual list and possibly a K21 as well. There are 5 or 6 people on the casual list, so we could do with a couple of instructors, please. SH4, SH8 and SH9 are booked at various stages of the day. All remaining single-seaters are free. We'll set up on 09, winch to the south, airtow to the north, take off on the grass and landing both sides. Please wash at the end of the day. Not so much mud at this time of the year, but certainly flies. They only take a few minutes just to remove off the leading edges of the wings, please. And always, as usual, general mind about the buggies and the simulator. So we'll be setting up on runway 09, winch to the south, cables down the south side, airtowing to the north. A little bit of north element to the wind on the surface. Please be advised about the cross runways. Try not to run over them on the ground because there are lots of flints and they could damage the tyres. Right, Merv Saunders is running the airfield for us today, so please support Merv. He'll be out there as keen as mustard as usual, and I shall brief and see you all tomorrow morning. Take care. Bye-bye.